Hello everyone. In today's class number 4, we are going to discuss the main Takaful business models offered in the international market. So, what is a Takaful business model? As you may know, we have Takaful companies all over the world. Now, these Takaful companies, they have what we call business model in which they operate. How does this company operate? We need to focus on its business model to discuss that. So, what are the main contracts that we see when we discuss business takaful models? Number one, we will see the cooperative model. It's basically based on brotherhood. Then we have the mudaraba model. So it's based on the contract of mudaraba basically. So Rabbul Mal will be the subscribers, the policy holders, and the mudarib will be the takaful operator. So they will invest our money and share the profits with us. Next, we have the wakala model, in which basically, as the name suggests, it's based on the contract of wakala. So the takaful operator will take the role of the wakil agent for us, the subscribers basically. So the TO will receive what we call an agency or wakala fee in exchange for their efforts and management of the business. And finally, we have what we call the waqf model, of course, based on the contract of waqf. So basically, they will seed an amount. This amount will be considered waqf. Waqf basically for the benefit of those who get some loss against a specific loss will be specified in the waqf pool, of course. And we have what we call the hybrid model. So hybrid, as the name suggests, is a mixture of more than one contract. So let's begin the class and discuss all of these contracts. Okay, so we will begin with the pure cooperative model and mudaraba model in part number 1. In the video number 2, we will discuss wakala and hybrid model, what we call mixture of wakala and mudaraba basically. And finally, the waqf. So let's begin with the cooperative. As the name suggests, it's a pure cooperative, cooperation based on brotherhood basically. So all of us here in this class decided to protect one another. So based on brotherhood concepts, we built this business. However, in practice, how does it work? Let's take a look. So we discussed so far that a pure cooperative model is usually non-profit. So the pure cooperative model is simply to help one another. I and you do not intend to profit from this, even the takaful operator. So operations and profits will be self-contained. So we will take care of ourselves. From the profits we generate, we will try to strengthen the fund and make it better in the future. So in practice, where do we see this model? Normally used by government-backed takaful operations. So we live in the corona era right now, right? So let's assume that the governments decided to start a takaful model to take care of the people against the risk of getting the corona, okay? So here the government as a takaful operator does not intend to profit at all. They just simply want us to be protected against the corona. Okay, so usually used by government-backed takaful operations to meet specific needs of the people in the country. So due to the circumstances, the current present circumstances, we need help. All people need help when it comes to protection against corona. Okay, so the government realized that and started a business takaful model to take care of us. So why did they do that? To meet our needs. This is something we really need and we don't know how to tackle, basically. However, since it's non-profit usually, this contract is not really used much as we can see today. We rarely hear about a company adopting this model. Now let's move to the Mudaraba model. Of course, I'm sure you're aware of the contract of Mudaraba. However, let's go quickly through Mudaraba. So what's a Mudaraba? Simply a contract of investment. Someone has capital, another has skills. Okay, in our example, we as participants, we have money, we want to be protected, we need help. On the other hand, TO needs business. They need to make profits. They are entrepreneurs. They have skills in managing insurance firms in an Islamic way, and they need to operate. So basically, we basically contract using mudaraba, in which the mudarib will be the TO and Rabbul Mal will be the participants. So we will channel our capital to the mudarib. The mudarib, based on their experience, will invest the money and share the profits with us. So it's a profit sharing model. So how much TO earns a year, we never know. Based on their performance, they will profit. However, we know the profit sharing ratio, PSR. So when we write down the contract of Mudaraba, among the details, you will see the PSR. So if you profit, how much goes to TO, how much goes to participants pool, basically. So if it's 50-50, means 50% will go here, 50% will go there. So if we have 100K, 50K will go here, 50K will go there. So do we have the tabarru concept here? Yes, we will always have the tabarru concept in takaful business, because simply takaful is based on tabarru. So we are donating some money, remember, to cancel the gharar. So we made it based on tabarru. Why? So now there is no gharar, as we will see in the comparison between conventional insurance and takaful. So the element of tabarru is very critical in takaful. So a portion of my contribution will be based on tabarru. Takaful participants contribute to the takaful fund as donation for the purpose of. So what kind of tabarru of this? Is this a tabarru, a donation where I do whatever I want with the money? No. This donation is for any of us who gets exposed to a specific risk. Okay. So where do we see the application of mudaraba, the real mudaraba investment? Of course, we discussed that takaful companies have so much money, so this money shouldn't just be put on the side, it must be invested. So the TO will invest the money in buying different kind of financial assets. So takaful participants appoint TO as mudarib to invest the money while waiting for claims to be made and paid. So who will take care of the claims? Again, it's the TO. So the TO will use their expertise to also pay those who get exposed to the risks. TO and participants will share profits, if any. How? Based on PSR. Now, let's assume that we had 1 billion ringgit in our takaful fund. We paid claims, etc. The remaining amount is 1 million ringgit. So we have a surplus of 1 million ringgit. In a Takaful business model, to whom does it belong, this 1 million? Where does it go? Who takes it, TO or participants? Surplus in Takaful fund after payment of claims and other related expenses. So that's the surplus. So what's a surplus? We have 1 billion. We paid, let's say 900 million. The remaining 100 million is called surplus. To whom it belongs? To the Takaful fund. Why? Because it originates directly from the fund. This surplus belongs to the fund. So in principle, it should not be shared with TO. So TO is a manager, right? He's they are entrepreneurs. They are taking care of the business. They are managing the payment of claims, etc. They are investing the money in Sharia compliant way. They are sharing profits with us, but they shall not share in the surplus because the surplus belongs to the capital owners. So they should not share with the TO as it's the residue of Takaful fund. So it's what's left in the Mudaraba capital come Tabarra fund together combined with the Tabarra fund. So in practice, we have two versions of Mudaraba model. One we call pure Mudaraba, 100% Mudaraba. In this model, the sharing will be only in investment profits. So Mudarib will invest our money in the fund. If they generate 100 million of profits, they share in the 100 million based on the PSR, profit sharing ratio. However, we have another type called modified Mudaraba. Modified, it's a bit modified, it's changed, customized, whatever you want to call it. Here, we will share both the investment profit as well as the underwriting surplus, what's left in the fund after payment of claims. So underwriting surplus here is considered as Mudaraba profit. So in this modified Mudaraba, I considered Mudarib is an entrepreneur, right? So expert. This expert is sharing in the profits of the investments according to PSR, as well as the management of claims. So if they manage payment of claims well, we will have a surplus in the fund. This surplus will also be shared with these TO, Takaful operator. So we will end this video here and we will continue in part 2 with the Wakala and the hybrid model as well as the Waqf. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next video.